Good morning, guys. School is right around the corner for you, and it's going to be starting over the next 2 weeks. How you feeling about that? You happy, sad, afraid, maybe a little nervous? There's a bunch of different ways you could be feeling about it. You could even be feeling like more than one emotion at once, and that's okay. You're not wrong to feel the way that you feel about it. Going back to school is always a big deal, and this school year is going to be even more weird than normal because of everything that's happening in our country and all around the world right now. I am going back to school too. I'm going to start student teaching at a school called Roosevelt in their junior high as a math teacher. And I'll be out there 3 days a week. So I'm feeling a lot of the same feelings that you guys are about going back to school. Be sure to enjoy yourselves in this little bit of time you have before school starts. Go outside, play some video games, draw some pictures, all that good stuff. Now, let's do our opening together. Repeat after me if you'd like, or just do the hand symbols with me. We are Unitarian Universalists. We are the Church of the Open Mind, the Loving Heart, and the Helping Hands. Together, we care for our earth and work for friendship and peace in our world. Let's begin. So, I got a little story to tell you. When I was little, my family had this tree in the front yard. It was a big old tree. It was called a willow tree. And it had a lot of long, thin branches. And at night, when it was windy, it would make these crazy shadows just all over my window. And sometimes I'd kind of think there was a monster or something outside, and it would scare me. I'd have to hide my head under my blanket until I fell asleep. Now, have you guys ever been afraid of a shadow? They can be scary, especially at night when it's dark and it's hard to see what's going on. Are you scared of other things? I am actually kind of afraid of spiders, and I used to be terrified of tornadoes. It's normal to have fears and to feel afraid. Maybe you're afraid of horses or bees or oceans or aliens or anything else, and that's perfectly okay. Being afraid is something that all humans feel during their lives, and you shouldn't be embarrassed by it. What's not okay, though, is to make people feel bad because they're afraid of something. Like if we were all together in the classroom and I got kind of scared, maybe and screamed because a big old spider came crawling out next to me, it just wouldn't be cool to make fun of me because of it. Now, think of something that you're afraid of. Would it make you feel good if someone made fun of you because you're afraid of it? No, I don't think it would. As Unitarian Universalists, we always have to remember to respect other people and their thoughts and feelings, and that includes their fears. There are a lot of people in the world that believe that being afraid of anything makes someone dumb or weak or not worthy of respect. They think that ever feeling afraid is a bad thing. These people are wrong, plain and simple. Being afraid is something that has been a part of being human for the entire history of humans being alive. Think about ancient humans like cavemen. They felt afraid of a lot of things. Big animals that could come and eat them in the night, getting sick and dying because they didn't really have medicine or doctors like we do, or not being able to find any food to eat. Being afraid helped these hunters, and humans stay alive. If they never felt any fear, they would just go do dangerous things like walking alone in the dark or eating suspicious berries, and they would have probably all died out, gone extinct, and then we wouldn't exist. Fear can keep us from doing dangerous things that could be harmful to us. Being afraid of spiders, for example, comes from those ancient humans. They were afraid of being bitten by a poisonous spider and dying. And even though we have medicine today that would keep us from dying because a spider bit us, many people are still scared of spiders because it's we kind of have a lot of the same brains that they used to have. So if someone says that being afraid means that you're a baby or you're a wuss, just remember that fear is something that all humans have felt ever since we've existed. Now, while feeling fear is normal and can help keep us safe, there are times when being afraid can be a harmful thing. Have you ever, started to draw a picture, but then you stopped because you were afraid it wasn't going to be very good? When we stop ourselves from doing something because we're afraid we're going to fail, it can actually be bad for us. There are a lot of people in the world that do this. They don't build something they want to build because they're afraid they can't do it. They don't try to go get a job they want because they're afraid they won't get it. Or, they don't ask a person they like out on a date because they're afraid of getting told no. When someone keeps not doing things they really want to do because they're afraid of failing, they're living in fear, and it isn't healthy. Do you think someone will ever do, something cool or something successful in their life if they're always afraid to try anything new? Usually not. It's okay to fail, you guys. Failing is a normal part of life. Everyone fails. So it doesn't mean that you're bad or dumb if you fail. And anyone who tries to make you feel bad because you failed is just being mean. And they aren't someone that you need to listen to. Every cool thing that we have, like computers, cars, spaceships, phones, and VR headsets, you know, people didn't succeed in creating them the first time. They, the people making them, they failed and failed and failed and failed and failed until they finally got it right. And we don't think that the people who made them are failures or losers. And imagine if the person who tried inventing the car had failed the first time and then said, never mind, I can't do it. We may not have cars. We'd still be riding horses and walking everywhere, which, could be good for the planet, but that's a whole other discussion. So pretty much every good thing anyone has ever done happened after that person failed at least one time. If you want to do something, as long as that thing, probably isn't going to hurt you or other people, you should always try your hardest to make it happen. Because even if you fail, there's a good chance you'll finally succeed. Now, if that thing is you just want to jump off the house and land on the ground, maybe you shouldn't try that because that's probably going to hurt you. Just be smart. You guys are smart. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, guys, I hope you learned a little something today, that being afraid is okay. But don't be so afraid of everything that you keep yourself from doing new, cool things. I want you to try something new this week. Maybe drawing something you've never drawn before, trying a new food you've never eaten before, reading a new book, writing a poem, or just something else cool and new. You may find something new that you love. Anyway, that's all I have for today. So, until next week, take care, be responsible, be kind, stop messing around with your noses, and I'll talk to you soon. Later.